Over in the UK, Prime Minister Boris Johnson is facing a torrent of criticism after initial findings of the so-called Partygate report were released. The report is an investigation into whether a series of gatherings held at Johnson's 10 Downing Street residence broke COVID lockdown rules and found there were, quote, failures of leadership and judgment by different parts of Number 10 and the Cabinet Office, and that more than a dozen social gatherings took place. Johnson apologized to Parliament in yesterday's fiery and emotional debate.
Firstly, I want to say sorry. And I'm sorry for the things we simply didn't get right, and also sorry for the way that this matter has been handled. And it's no use saying that this or that was within the rules, and it's no use saying that people were working hard. This pandemic was hard for everyone. We asked people across this country to make the most extraordinary sacrifices. I get it, and I will fix it.
NBC News senior international correspondent Keir Simmons is with us now. So, Keir, this was only a preliminary report, but it was pretty damning. What are the key headlines here?
Yeah, it was pretty damning. And, Joe, to give you a picture of the split screen here in Britain right now, as we speak, Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, is headed to Ukraine to meet with President Zelensky with this damning report still in his inbox. That's why it matters for the Biden administration, because, of course, Britain is a key ally on crucial foreign policy issues, crises like Ukraine. And the details of this report are a difficult read for the Prime Minister. It says some behaviour at gatherings was difficult to justify. It even talks about the excessive consumption of alcohol. It talks about a serious failure to observe standards, failures of leadership and judgment. It says some events should not have taken place at all. So there was some events, for example, that were in the Prime Minister's apartment in Downing Street, his private flat. And again, that conclusion that there was an excessive consumption of alcohol that was not appropriate. I mean, rough translation of that, Joe, people were drunk. And we're talking about inside Downing Street, the head of the British government, one of the most famous political offices in the world. Pretty extraordinary. One political journalist here describing Downing Street as more like a medieval court than a modern government office.
Yeah, so Keir, let's talk about what's next. Even before this report was released, there were calls for Johnson to resign. So how did his apology go down in Parliament? Can he survive this?
Yeah, good question. He can for now. There were raucous scenes in Parliament. There often are, of course. There was strong words from the leader of the opposition. Take a listen.
By routinely breaking the rules he set, the Prime Minister took us all for fools. He held people sacrificing contempt. He showed himself unfit for office. But, Prime Minister, the British public aren't fools. They never believed a word of it. They think the Prime Minister should do the decent thing and resign. Of course he won't, because he is a man without shame.
Well, they can laugh. They can laugh. But the public know. The public know this is a man they can no longer trust. He has been investigated by the police. He misled the House. He must now resign.
What was really stunning, though, Joe, was the former Prime Minister Theresa May calling Boris Johnson effectively either arrogant or incompetent. His own party criticising him in the House of Commons.
And that may be key moving forward. All right, Keir Simmons, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.